King and Sandler Training. How are you?
John Pagetta, fine. Yourself?
I am well. I'm well. Welcome back to PTS, Dan.
Hey, thanks. Nice to be here.
Yeah, there we go. It wouldn't be a show without you. Um,
You'd have to
PTS.
find another Dan.
Let's not do that. So, one of the things we've talked about over time is upselling. And we've talked a little bit more recently about the idea of, hey, get somebody in and moving and educate more over time and add more over time and all those aspects. One of the things that I see in kind of two buckets. I see companies really thriving at, and I see other ones really struggling to get going. But it's not just the upselling, but is adding new things to the repertoire, to the inventory that you can offer, that you can help prospects and clients do. And so there's a business development side to that. There's a change aspect to that. There's a lot of pieces to that kind of moving part. But can you talk a little bit about the importance of developing new things as well, not just upselling, and what that can mean in a sales world, good and bad?
Let's start with the upsell because that's the easiest part.
Yeah.
If you're currently offering your clients a segment of everything that you offer and they could buy other things, those should be some of your first calls.
Yep.
We always look at, well, I should be cold calling, or I should be going to networking events. Well, there's truth to that, but we should also be looking at our current clients who already know us, like us, trust us,
Yep.
and say, hey, can we talk about this part? Or can we talk about that part? Those are the easiest sales. Having said that, though, how do we add more stuff to our repertoire, so to speak? And here's where we've got to be very careful, John. We don't want to overburden ourselves or our people or our company. And so we need to make sure that whatever extra we're bringing on, we can easily handle. And maybe, when those of you who own businesses are doing some strategic thinking and planning, ask yourself this question. If I had more money or more time or more people, what additional things would I offer my clients?
Yep.
And start with that. And then try to figure out, okay, how do I do that? And I'll add one last thing before turning it back over to you. One of the things that I hear a lot from owners is, hey, I make good money. I just don't have any time. And I got to tell you, that's a bunch of hogwash. I think owners actually have a lot of time. They spend it on frivolous stuff for their businesses or themselves, but they actually have time. And so, as an example, I think if you said to most business owners, hey, what would happen to your company if you chose not to work on a Friday? On any Friday, on every Friday. And the initial response would be, oh my goodness, I don't know. But the reality would be you could get just as much done Monday through Thursday. So you have the time if you decide to prioritize it. I'll
There you
turn
go.
it back over to you.
Well, one of the things that you've helped us with recently and leading a process on is taking a look at PT and saying, okay, if you were starting PT today, what are some of the things you do differently, or what are some of the other things you'd want to do, or what are some of the things you may want to get away from or abandon? And I think it's been a good look for us, and having you as an insider outsider, so you understand us clearly, but you're not here every day. It's a nice look at things. So I think, yes, existing clients are one, but I bet a lot of businesses have the Dan Hudocks in their world who are a partner in a certain way for the business that can give a nice look at, hey, here's some of the things I see, and not being beholden to what you've always done. It's maybe easier for me to say. So I think that's also a good way to consider going at looking at other things, other aspects, other services and products you can bring into play if, again, it meets the framework of the firm.
Owners are some of the loneliest people in the world because
Yes.
who do they talk to their businesses to? Their spouses are tired of hearing about it. You can't really talk about some of your innermost, deepest thoughts with your management team or definitely your employees or customers.
Sure.
And so you typically do need someone from the outside to kind of take a look at things, but that person has to be able to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Want to hear. Yes.
Bingo.
Yes. There we go. Says it all right there. Thanks, everybody. See you again tomorrow.
Enjoy your day.